This guy is absolutely killer. Put your hands together, everyone. Make some noise. Come on, lift your game, everybody. All that shit. More than that. Give it up for Damien Power, everybody. Come on.
Hey, everybody. Hope you're all doing really well. So, yeah, get that out of the way. I feel like there's an energy in the room like you want me to talk about ISIS. Am I reading that? I'm going to go with that. I read in the paper today that ISIS is the most dangerous culture on the planet. I think the greatest threat to human survival right now is ecological damage. And as Westerners, I think we're the greatest contributors to that. We consume the most oil, the most product from China, which is the largest carbon emitter. Look, all I'm saying is ISIS is deplorable. They're violent. They need to be stopped. But they have a low carbon footprint. They shop local. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm going to keep going with the ISIS stuff, actually. No, I feel like I'm going to keep going with it. 2 men were caught going over from the UK to Syria, right? And their last purchase was Islam for Dummies. Isn't that great? You want to know your Islam well, don't you? If you're going to ISIS, I hear they're pretty fucking strict. You know what I mean? Like, don't be cramming before the exam with Islam for Dummies. You know what I mean? Dude, who the fuck is Muhammad, man? What's all this shit? You got to bow to Mecca, man. Where's Mecca? You got to bow to Mecca, man. Where's Mecca? You're going to turn up to ISIS and they're going to be like, dude, know your Islam? You're going to be like, yeah, man, I even drew a picture of Muhammad to show how much I care. Yeah. I had a dude, I don't know if this is a Melbourne thing or what, a dude tried to tackle my car when I was parked at the lights out front of Exford. The dude like wouldn't let me pass. He's like, come on, come at me, mate. Like, I'm in a car, dude, it's big. Like, how, it's amazing that guy exists. Like, that dude exists, man. Think about this, that dude exists, and so does Stephen Hawking. In the same species. In the same species, man. Do you comprehend what I'm trying to say? Like, that's a massive gap between dumbest and smartest, isn't it, guys? In one species, that's like seeing a dog eating its own vomit and then seeing another dog driving a forklift. You're like, fuck, man, there's a massive gap in dogs, dude, in intelligent levels, man. It's off the hook. Like, they couldn't even have a conversation. The universe is expanding. Yeah, I like KFC and shit. Like, there'd be such a... Because we protect our stupid as a species. There's signs up. Don't go on the railway, train will hit ya. It'll kill ya. Get off the railway. Don't come down here. Big sign up. Don't go on the railway, train will kill ya. And then people don't go on the railway, and then those people have kids instead of getting hit by a train. And like, there's a fucking whole cycle that never ends. But there's different types of intelligence though, isn't there? You know what I mean? Like, there's different types. Like, I saw a doco on a dude that is like one of the smartest people in the world. He can do mathematical equations in his head to dozens of decimal points, right? Bigger than the calculator screen. But I got an Estonian backpacker pregnant, and we had a kid, and then we're not together anymore. Like, how many decimal points is that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you work that out? Yeah, you don't. You don't work it out. You just live with it. So, I love my son. That's a true story, by the way. That isn't a joke. I think people take that as a joke. Like, that's surely not possible. It's totally true. I have a son, he's 5 years old now, and he says hi to everybody. Everybody that walks past the front yard. He's like, hi, how are you? What are you doing? Why are you walking the dog? Where are you going? Everybody. And everyone's like, fuck, go. You know what I mean? Like, people don't want to stop and talk. And he's like, Daddy, why doesn't everyone just stop and talk to me? You know what I mean? Like, why doesn't everybody stop and just do what they're doing and talk? It's like, well, how do you explain what it's like being an adult, man? You know what I mean? To a 5-year-old. I was like, sweetheart, when you become an adult, you hate yourself. And as a result, you start hating other people. And you've got to put up like a facade, sweetie, so that it takes energy. Sweetie, capitalism functions in such a way it sort of alienates individuals and destroys community. It's why there's so much mental health issues now. Sweetie, do you understand sort of where the zeitgeist is at right now? This sort of current postmodern culture is it's depraved. And he said, Daddy, he looked at me and he said, Daddy, I'm scared. And I said, you will be. You will be. Yeah, so originally we're all made of hydrogen. That's sort of where it all started. Hydrogen sort of at the Big Bang, and then that slowly sort of gathered in pools of gravity, and then that condensed to such a level that it created stars, and stars through different chemical reactions eventually formed other elements which over billions of years formed into planets, and we sort of grew out of this planet, didn't we? Like a tree. Except we're a tree that can look back into the universe we came from. Okay? So I just thought we'd I'm not going any further until we are on that page. I mean, if you want to talk about Israel and Palestine, like who owns the territory, you go far enough back, it is hydrogen. So, I'm anti-hydrogen. They're occupying the indigenous territories. So, no, but fuck it, man. Whatever, right? Because, so I read a theory that this could all be a hologram. This reality, because of how material behaves on the edge of a black hole. This reality could be a hologram. And I was thinking about that when I was at Coles asking the difference between wild barramundi and barramundi. And the lady's like, wild barramundi's caught in the stream. And it's, well, we mightn't even be here, lady. But it doesn't matter, does it? Even if this is a hologram, you still got to get the right barramundi. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any difference. Like if I said to you right now, we're in a hologram, dude. Yeah, just keep drinking. Like it doesn't make any... Try that next time you get a speeding fine. You're going 70 into 60 zone. Yeah, well, I don't know if this reality is real. So does that count? We haven't legislated for that. Like Andrew Bolt is part of the hologram. Like, isn't that crazy? I don't know, you can think about that shit too much. Like, I listen to this dude called Carl Sagan. Like, a lot of you would know who he is. He's quite like Stephen Hawking of his day. And listening to him and he's talking about reality and consciousness. He's in my earphones, walking back to my car. What is consciousness? What is reality? Why are we here? And I'm listening to that and I get to my car, I'm getting a parking fine. I'm like, are you fucking serious? What is reality? What is consciousness? Parking fine. I was actually pissed off. I actually took my earbuds out and I said to the dude, do you realise we're just stardust? Metaphorically looking back into God's mind. He's like, yeah, I know, mate. Doesn't matter, mate. It's still a loading zone. Mate, if you knew anything about time and space, you'd know it's after 7. But if enough people believe anything, it stops being crazy. That's a good point, that one. That's interesting. Enough people believe anything, it stops being crazy. Like if they discover an Amazonian tribe tomorrow that they'd never discovered before and they, fucking burn turtles or whatever it is they do, that's not that's not crazy because they all do it. But if one of them burns a turtle, it's like, that's the weird cunt. That one, he burns turtles. You know what I mean? Like if you were the only Christian, in existence, you'd be locked up, wouldn't you? Oh, he died on a cross, he come back to life in a cave! In a cave for 7 days! Lock him up, he's fucking mental! Have a chocolate egg! Lock him up, he's lost it! Kink. Could I put a tree in here once a year? Put a tree in here once a year, me mum puts a present under it every year! It's like an ancient Mayan society, they used to rip out people's hearts and hold it up to the sun. Yeah. Why not, huh? It would have been that one dude who was like, hey man, is this shit entirely necessary? The other guy would have been like, mate, if you've got a better way to make it rain, I'm all ears. This guy's a nutcase. Like every belief starts with some crazy fucking lunatic. Every movement, every belief. Like, who was the first Egyptian dude to build the pyramids? The first ancient Egyptian guy? Well, it would have been like, hey man, when I die, I want you to bury me, what, in a traditional way in the ground? No, I want you to bury me in a giant sandstone pyramid that has a star shaft that aligns with the Orion Nebula, so starlight from the Orion Nebula lands on my dead body and my soul escapes through the star shaft, immortalised in the night skies of God forever. Yeah, we're doing that now. So get the Jews, we're doing it now. That's the thing now. And everybody just does that. Yeah, I'm on antidepressants. Obviously. You can think too much, can't you? You know, get a few thoughts out before you get to bed. Ends up being 3 a.m, doesn't it? Before you ever get to bed, scrawling in your notepad. Whatever. Anyway, it's calmed the mind. Yeah, it's been good actually. Antidepressants. It's sort of given me the space in my life to understand people love me, and it's okay to love them back. The downside is I can't come. That's just a bit of a downer, isn't it? Don't look so upset. It's all right. You benefit, but not you. All the women. No, I can't come. And I actually went to the doctor and he's like, how are the pills going? I'm like, good, but I can't finish. And he looked me in the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and he said, is ejaculating important to you? I was like, yeah, it is actually. It's actually one of my core values. It's honesty, integrity, and coming. They're the three. It's actually passed our family tree. It's actually on our crest. Of our family crest on a big wooden, it's like a hawk, a hammer, and a dick with cum coming out of it. Scrawled on there like a toilet wall. Like, actually wear that on our family blazer when we have like big family gatherings. We go to the golf club. Can't come in here, mate. You've got a dick with cum coming out of it scrawled on your blazer. Oh, it's a Power family crest. Oh, the Power family come right through. Oh, your great-grandfather had a dick with cum coming out of it on his blazer, and he was an excellent driver of the ball. So, it's funny that's funny, isn't it? Because it doesn't make any sense. But you guys have been wonderful. I wish you all the best. And, see you later.
Damien Power, everybody. One more time for Damo. Come on, yes. All right.